Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So, I need to talk more extensively about this. I just did a short on it, but y'all know with most of my shorts, I like to make it a video. So, you gotta understand something, man. And you know, a lot of us guys have dealt with this. You know, when you start dealing in a marriage, man, you gotta do a lot of pondering, a lot of contemplating to figure out why is this happening, why is that happening. But you don't make excuses for the things that women do or choose not to do that they know they're supposed to be doing. See, if you go to church, if you're in a Christian church, like I always put Christians in this because I know that a lot of this stuff is due to spiritual misunderstandings. Like, women think that they are equal to men because of false teaching in terms of their relationship and marriage relationship. So, and they think that submission is up for negotiation. It's not. You going against the Most High God, because even if y'all wasn't married, he said men should have rule over you. So you taking what people that are not biblical, we'll just say, I ain't gonna start naming groups, you taking what they say and you trying to apply it to what the Bible already said to you in many books before the Bible, and you could say, y'all, it's been tampered with. Okay, it has, but you know what you're supposed to be doing, man. That's not no excuse. It's not. There is no more logical explanation for what we see in life and in everyday life than the scripture gave us. So it don't matter how the books were chosen. What matters is what's in the books. So a lot of this stuff is spiritual misunderstanding. These women, you can't tell me, because I've been a member in 3 churches and I know it's worse now. Even though that was the early 2000s, 90s, I know it's worse now. Everything is worse now. So what they do is this. You got to understand. ORAL, sex, is the most vulgar, one of the most vulgar things that you could do during sex. So if a woman has done this before she got to you, you already know that no matter what else she did, she's affected. She's affected by it, and she's liable to shut down. All it takes is for her to get in an unforgiving mindset, for something to happen, and she's gonna shut down on you. You know, because the thing, it's a disagreement on YouTube on whether or not guys should want virgins or not. That don't guarantee you nothing but curiosity. She gonna eventually become curious. So that is what you want, but that's not a guarantee. It's not gonna guarantee you anything. And most women lie about that. I would say 98% of women that say they virgins ain't. They don't even know what being a virgin is. They think, well, I only let them put the tip in. You ain't no virgin then. So they're likely to shut down on you for sex. This is why when you thinking about marriage and stuff like that, you got to have a full understanding of what the Bible says, because people will use the Bible against you if you don't understand, or you don't understand in a particular category or subject. Marriage is not even required. It's not. You say, okay, well, let me ask you this. Did Adam and Eve have a wedding? Did Adam and Eve have a marriage license? What about Jacob, did he have a marriage license? See, this goes back to what I tell y'all all the time. Marriage is the decision of the man and the woman, but it's in the man's mind. If he decides that this is his wife and she agrees to be, then she is. No paper needed, so on and so forth. But what the problem that we seeing is that women are not, this is what they do. They think that somehow they're a prize to you. Originally, marriage was for childbirth, to populate the world. And the Most High made it pleasurable. It wasn't what people make it today. Nowhere near. So, what people make it today is the reason why women stop having sex with their husbands. We don't know what happened between Abraham and Sarah that made him have those concubines. Did Sarah try to shut down on Abraham? Because see, originally in the Bible, you wasn't able to do that. Because they could have as many wives as they could so handle. But nowadays, this false monogamy stuff is everywhere. So this is why the Most High allowed polygyny. Because the Most High is all-knowing. He knew that the time would come where women would stop having sex with their husbands. The time would come where women would say they don't want no kids. The Most High knows everything, man. So, what I would suggest to you is if your wife is doing this, she not having sex with you, or it becomes an argument every time you want to have sex, or she thinks she can turn you down when she feel like it, and then when she feel like doing it, you have to do it. People done been through it. People done dealt with that. Now, she try to control the frequency of it. Like she'll say, nah, I don't feel like doing nothing. But then 3 days later, all right, come on, hurry up. Don't mess up. No. See, y'all been spoiled by the secular world and misled in terms of your roles and relationships in marriage. Y'all been misled. See, you got to understand the devil is XX. The devil is of female origin. So the devil has came in and changed this, changed that. You know? So what the devil has changed don't apply. You still supposed to apply what the Most High said. Man shall have rule over you. I will give him a helper suitable to him. It's not good that man be alone. So again, when I teach y'all how to interpret scripture, anything the Most High said is true when it's the opposite. It still holds true. So he said it's not good that man be alone, I will give him a helper. Then this means that if you don't have a helper, it's good that you be alone. So guys, you need to start realizing this. You need to stop rushing into marriage and realize that you can have concubine. You don't have to make them wife. They have to earn that. They have to earn that. You don't have to, these little nugget head preachers telling y'all wrong, man. You could commit, if you like her in that way and you want to have some type of relationship with her, then here's how you do it. You get on your knees before the Most High. You acknowledge the Most High, his kingship, his presence, him being your God. And then you present her to him as your concubine and get her to agree in the presence of the Most High that that's what she is. Now, if she continues to be the helpmate, the comfort, she has sex with you, so on and so forth. If you want to elevate her to being your wife, go right ahead. I would tell you to do it without a marriage license, but you go right ahead. But a woman who doesn't have sex with her husband, allegedly, is not a wife. She's unconsummating her marriage. Like that the two becoming one flesh, that's the covenant agreement. That's the continuation of the covenant that you two share as husband and wife. So when she starts shutting that down, then she's unconsummating the marriage. And if she lives with you, she's merely a roommate. And this is why they need to work. Roommates need to work. You tell your wife, okay, let's say your wife stay at home and she want to play these sexual games with you. You tell her, all right then, well, you need to go get a job because you're just a roommate now. You done took sex off the table, so you're a roommate. And that little come on, be like, nope, I don't want to do nothing with nobody that don't want to do it with me. They have all this stuff in the world now talking about what's consensual, what's not. Man, please. You better show me you want it. Y'all better start telling these women, okay, so when I come over there, what we gonna do? You ain't gonna change your mind, are you? That's how you have to come at women now. Cause these women done got weird on us, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, y'all already know some of the things. I shared some things about my personal situation. I have. So when I get ready to go out here and to make concubines, ain't nobody finna come in my life and make no trouble. If you have a disagreement with me, you better be right. I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear no woman if she make more than me. I'm not trying to hear no woman who thinks she more educated than me. So you think that gives you a right to act a certain way? Man, I ain't finna deal with you. Go find you some simp somewhere. But I'm watching this Coach Greg video, and these guys are trying to make excuses for their wives not wanting to do nothing with them. There's no excuse. She don't want to be your wife no more, man. Simple as that. And these women, I'm going to show you how you know they got some of that devil in them. Is because, okay, they'll shut down on you sexually, but they don't want you to get it from nowhere else. If you get it from somewhere else, now they're going to try to play the victim and perhaps go out there and look for something that was the reason why they didn't want to do it no more anyway. That's how it works. That's how it is. And that's how it works. So they do that. Oh, well, I don't have to, if I don't want to do nothing with you, I don't have to. And they say that, you say, well, if I don't want to pay these bills, I don't have to. They want you gotta keep being the man that you are, but they don't have to keep being the woman that you married. Man, get the hell out of here. Stop taking that off of them, man. And don't let we finna have a whole series of messages about this. I'm gonna go in the scripture so you can put your pastor in this place too. Because these pastors be trying to agree with these women. Y'all think the modern church is 70% women for nothing? It's probably 80 now. Man, guys ain't trying to go to these churches, man. Because a lot of these pastors be siding with these women, man. So guys don't be trying to go to these churches. These pastors, some of y'all might as well not even have a wing ding. You ain't using it. Look, there's a whole bunch of married men. The only time they use their wing ding is when they jagging the pre-OR, fill in the blank, or when they taking a wizard. When they taking one. A number one. That's the only time a lot of guys even get to use their wing dang doozle. You ain't using it on your wife. A lot of these wives don't even sleep in the same room. Listen, they hold grudges. When they start holding grudges, your relationship is done. Don't feel sorry for it. Like this is what they do. They'll try to say things and they'll try to act in ways try to make you feel sorry for them. You shut down sexually. And on top of that, a lot of them, they'll shut down sexually, but they ain't gonna shut down the insults. They ain't gonna stop arguing with you. They'll probably stop cooking, stop cleaning. They're gonna slow down on that, a lot of them. They're gonna sleep in another room. You lay in your own bed. Let's say you take a nap. You lay in your own bed. She looking at you funny. Oh yeah. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Dude, you gotta understand that marriage is supposed to be a certain way. If it's not that way, why are you in it? Y'all dudes be scared. Look, I used to be scared of what I'ma end up paying because I look at it like it's not my fault that the relationship went bad. I don't care no more because I know God is on my side, man. I know that if they try to get me in court, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I won't be paying it long. I ain't even worried. Because I know what the Most High, I done prayed about this forwards and backwards. I got the answers I was looking for. I sought the Most High and He showed me the truth. And I be sharing the truth with y'all. I'm telling you, I be sharing the truth with y'all. That women, they act like we should be glad that they married us. It's really the other way around. There's women that's getting everything provided for them and they can't even lay down and enjoy some sex. When other women, well, what is that? Other women would do it and will be pleasurable and will enjoy having a husband, don't even got one. The women that got one, the majority of them don't even appreciate him. They don't deserve it. They deserve a pookie. They'll be wanting to have sex with him. That's how it be. They get a pookie, they get divorced, and they end up, well, I never did, that ain't my type, and they end up with one. And he be cheating on them, using them for sex, all type of stuff. And I've heard stories of women who thought that dude was gonna be the replacement. When he wasn't the replacement, now they want to go back to the ex and try to make him give them money. That's not even fair, man. That's why until the system gets fair, every man at the sound of my voice and that will ever hear my voice need to be super slow with that marriage. And any woman to try to give you an ultimatum, dump her. Like, well, we'll need to be together. You trying to force me to marry you. Marriage is a big step. We'll need to be together. And I disagree with people who say, and Tom Likas, I be listening to him, his old video, he agrees with what I'm about to say. But I've heard dudes that say that you shouldn't just go ahead and deal with other women. I disagree with that. That's how you gonna get her out of your system. By dealing with other women. By pursuing other women. If they reject you, you already know, man. You just got out of a wayward marriage. So you know that these women ain't about nothing. You gotta find one that is. You know that. So why would you, you gonna have problems dealing with these women. Me, you, everybody. That's just the way it is. I ain't gonna stop dealing. I ain't. I'm more wiser now. So, just understand what I'm telling you, man. Some of y'all dudes, y'all need to take the upper hand back. I know guys that used to be straight up max, just had women in check. And the women treated them better back then. Some of my old friends, a lot of dudes I know, the women treated them better back then. As soon as they got married, their wife treated them like ish. And that's multiple dudes. I ain't gonna name their names. They probably watch my videos. They know I know. Wives treat them like ish. And they ended up divorced. 2 of them ended up, 3. Well, really 2. Another one that I know, he ended up divorced. There was other stuff connected to that. That, but you gotta dictate. You gotta set the pace in your relationships. And don't let these dudes on YouTube make you think they better than you. Again, like I said, no disrespect to any of them. But some of them, they ain't never even been around men like that. They haven't. So they haven't seen any examples. They've learned things along the way, and that's what they sharing with you. So you don't because think about it like this. That's the stuff that causes men to become kind of feminine in the way they do things. Women always want to be the top woman. Men ain't supposed to care if they on the top. They just supposed to do the best they can. When I be hearing dudes, I'm the number one, I'm the best, first thing I think, didn't have men in their life like that. Didn't have men in their life. It created a void. It created an insecurity that they can't play the game unless they're number one. Like I give y'all the example all the time about the kid that it's his basketball. If he ain't playing, he gonna take his ball and go home. Instead of getting next. Picking his team and getting in the next game. You can't play with his ball if he not the dude. That's how a lot of these pause too, by the way. I don't mean it like that. But that's why a lot of these guys act the way they do. And if you got a unicorn wife, to be honest with you, it's too much going on in the world for us to hear from you. Because she's not a unicorn because of you. She's a unicorn because that's what she want to be. That's how she wants to treat you. It's all in their own hand. So just understand that a lot of time when these women shut down on you sexually, they don't lie. So if she told you she only dealt with 2 or 3 or 1 or she ain't dealt with none, but she shuts down on you, she's a liar. Because if she ain't never really had no wing ding, she gonna crave that thing. If she could just shut down on you, she could just break up with you all easy and all this stuff, it's because she done did a lot in her life. I don't be believing none of them. You gonna have to convince me. I don't, or I ain't dealing with nobody right now. Then you start talking to them and they phone keep ringing. And, oh, that's my friend. Oh, that's my sister. Sure it is. You got all that butt back there. Sure it is. Those is guys. These guys, especially black guys, are a magnet for a plump gluteus. They be like this. They're drawn to it. But you want people to think that every time your phone ring, it's a woman on the other end. Get out of here, man. Listen, in closing, let me just tell y'all, man. Develop your hobbies. Focus on your money. Get your luxury straight. Work on your physicality. Get stronger. Don't focus on these women, man. They the worst that I've ever seen right now. I'm almost 50 years old. These women are the worst that I've ever seen. Even the ones I don't know, they be giving off such a bad vibe. So don't revolve anything around them. Deal with them, but understand you say, I want the baddest B. Them 9s and 10s are for public consumption. All the rest are for recreational use until proven to be worth more. And I didn't get this recreational use from nobody. I coined that. I don't mind if people use the things I coined, but these guys don't be wanting to acknowledge, man. Y'all need to let y'all nuts hang a little more. Y'all nuts is too tight. Your draw is too tight. You need some new draw. You ain't got no draw. Your draw is supposed to be the most comfortable piece of clothing, excuse me, on you. Some of y'all act like your nuts ain't hanging far enough. So you want to use people's stuff and not give them credit out of your insecurities. But I just wanted to kind of piggyback on that. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Pretty good video. But guys, you gotta understand, man. When I tell you this stuff, man, when he tell you this stuff, I agree with a whole boatload of what he be saying. Maybe not everything, but most things. And that was a great clip to show how these guys always, you need to stop coming up with excuses for their misbehaviors, man. They can't do nothing with you, but they can play with themselves and send it to other dudes, though. They can make amateur corn, though. But they can't willingly and joyfully lay down for the guy that's providing for them, protecting them. They shouldn't be there. But we got kids. Our kids young. So what? Explain to them when they get old enough. If she try to keep you from seeing them, get you some retainer money. Get you some retainer money. Man, that air is coming. Get you some retainer money and take her to court. Tell them judges what she doing. It's a wrap. I'm not, listen, let me tell you about me. I have never had a problem getting women to lay down and do their thing. They always wanted to. So if I ever have a problem, or you ever have a problem, then that problem need to go, and you need to deal with women that are similar to the ones that don't have that problem. I don't have time for a non-sexual woman. You better be nasty as I don't know what. I ain't got time for that. These are the best years, man. Please, man. Oh, you ain't worth that. Ain't no woman worth retiring from sex. Just giving up sex to be with them. No. If you're not sexual, you shouldn't be in no relationship with no dude. You shouldn't deal with no man. Talking about on the video, she watching cartoons talking about she feel like an 8-year-old. Man, okay, you an 8-year-old. You too young for marriage then. Move on over. Get on out of here. I ain't got time, man. You don't got time. Dude, it gets baffling, man. I'm a man to understand it, but some stuff it be having me wanting to scratch my head. I think it's Return of the Mac. Y'all need to go listen to that. Morrison. You need to listen to that. Let them lyrics to that song sink in. All of you guys that's married to women that's not having sex with you, you need to play Return of the Mac. Listen to the lyrics to this song. That's what she did to you. That song is deep. That's some deep stuff, man. I think I'm finna listen to it again. Because when you listen to the lyrics of what he was saying, that's what guys be dealing with, man. You lied to me. All that I do. You don't. You lied. Well, you do. I do. Really, you ain't even supposed to take vows. For better or for worse? No. No, if you become the worst. So I got to be out here looking at these women that treat me like a king, looking all sexy in the summertime and stuff, and then deal with one that don't care what I think, don't want me to have pleasure. Let me tell y'all something about me in closing. I know I said I was going to close, but I promise you I am now. I need a masseuse, know how to cook, don't mind giving massages, that is sexual. It's going to give me visuals. All I got to do is say something nasty in her ear and she moist, wanting it. All that good stuff. Like, all I gotta do is flirt with her a little bit, say something nasty to her, and I put my hand on her. Are you ready? Not, why you always want to do something? You always, you dusty, you bum, other men love to have me, blah, 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 blah. Get the It was there, y'all. It was there. I thank the Most High that I can catch it. Like, I don't need to be cussing all the time. I need a woman with feminine wisdom. With feminine wisdom. And she know what sense do it make for me to sit there and fight with him over petty stuff. Feminine wisdom. Picking her battles. Did it make me think, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. Not me having to apologize even when I'm not wrong. These chicks is childish, man. That knows how to talk the issues through instead of shutting down. When they shut down, they trying to dominate you, man. I don't want to talk about that no more. How do you not want to talk about it no more and it's not resolved? These some of the things I need, man. As far as her face, you want her to be cute, but that's not as important as the way she behaves. And I don't want nobody trying to stab me and throw stuff at me when she get mad at me either. Then if I get mad and I get on to her, now here come the police holding the inside of their uniform, doing that thing I hate, doing all this stuff. Get out of here, man. So I know exactly what I need, what I'm looking for. They don't have to be 100%, but you got to be at least 90. You got to be up there. What I'm looking for in a woman. Now if she, okay, let's say she 80% of what you're looking for. You can give her room to grow. Give her room to grow, but don't give her a permanent place. No woman should have a permanent place in your life. You should be willing to dump women if they cheat on you, if they do certain things, they say certain things. No, they shouldn't have no permanent place, man. Who are they to have a permanent place? The only person that should have a permanent place in your life is the Most High. You are not supposed to love women unconditionally. That's making them a God. If you gonna love anybody unconditionally, it should be the God, nobody else. But even with him, it should be conditions. It shouldn't be a thing where he can deny you stuff that he giving other people and you ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna sit back and let him do it. Unconditional love should not be a thing. Even God himself don't love people unconditionally. That's why it's a hell. But thanks for watching. Stop going on letting these women off the hook, man. You got to stand on their misbehavior. Keep tuning in for more video.